What if I told you that there is actually no delay between your desire and its fulfillment? What if time itself is an illusion created by the rational mind as it tries to explain what cannot truly be explained? Today, I am going to show you why every manifestation happens instantly and why Neville Goddard was absolutely right when he said that time is a deception of the senses. Most people think about manifestation in a linear way. First comes the desire, then comes the technique, then comes waiting, and only after that, supposedly, comes the result. But reality does not work that way at all. Neville Goddard revealed a fundamental principle. The moment you enter the state of the wish fulfilled, the result already exists. It will not happen someday. It is not waiting to arrive. It is already done. This sounds like a paradox, so let us break down how this mechanism actually works. Goddard taught that there are two worlds. The first is the physical world, the world of forms and appearances that we perceive with our senses. He called it the world of Caesar. The second is the world of imagination, the world of cause, where everything already exists in its completed form. When you imagine your desire, you are not creating something new. You are not inventing a future. You are tuning into a reality that already exists. Think about radio waves. All radio stations are broadcasting simultaneously, right now, in the same space. When you switch from one station to another, you are not creating a new broadcast. You are simply changing the frequency. Manifestation works the same way. All possible versions of your life exist at the same time, and your imagination is the frequency selector. But here is the key question. If manifestation is instant, why do you not see the result immediately? Goddard's answer is brilliant in its simplicity. The physical world is a shadow, a projection, an echo of what has already occurred in imagination. Between the inner shift and its external reflection, there is a natural delay. Just like the delay between lightning and thunder. The lightning has already struck. The thunder is inevitable. The only variable is distance. Goddard called this delay the bridge of incidence. The moment you accept the desired state as a fact in imagination, an invisible bridge begins to form. This bridge consists of people, circumstances, events, and encounters. Everything required to bring your imagined act into physical form. And here is the critical point you must understand. This bridge forms instantly, completely, from beginning to end. You do not see the entire bridge because your physical perception is limited to the present moment. But the bridge already exists. Every person who needs to play a role in your manifestation has already received their unseen script. Every event has already been arranged in perfect sequence. Your only task is to walk across this bridge by taking the obvious steps that appear naturally in front of you. Goddard said that an assumption persisted in faith hardens into fact. Notice the wording. Not might become, not could happen, but becomes. This is a law, as unbreakable as the law of gravity. So why do not all manifestations succeed? Because most people do not persist in the assumption. They create a clear image in imagination and then destroy it with doubt. It is like planting a seed and then digging it up every hour to check whether it has sprouted. Growth is inevitable if the seed is left undisturbed. But constant interference kills the process. Here is what happens on an energetic level. When you enter the state of the wish fulfilled, you literally become a different person. Your frequency changes. Your inner signal changes. Your state of being shifts. Reality begins to reorganize itself around this new version of you. But if an hour later you return to your old thoughts, old emotions, and old identity, you interrupt that reorganization. Neville Goddard Goddard illustrated this with his famous ladder experiment. He asked his students to imagine climbing a ladder, to feel the rungs beneath their hands, to sense the upward movement of the body, to experience the reality of the act. Then, during the day, he instructed them to repeat the phrase, "I will not climb a ladder." Do you know what happened? Within a few days, every student found themselves in a situation where they had to climb a ladder. Why? Because the imaginal act had been performed with the feeling of reality. The bridge of incidents had already been built. Conscious denial could not undo it. This brings us to a revolutionary realization. For imagination, there is no difference between a small manifestation and a large one. Manifesting $1 million is no more difficult than manifesting a cup of coffee. The difficulty exists only in the mind, in beliefs about what is possible and impossible, about what should be fast and what must take time. Goddard taught a technique that collapses the illusion of delay. It is known as the "I remember when" method. Instead of visualizing your desire as something in the future, you imagine remembering it from an even further point in time. I remember when I wanted this job, and now I have already been working there for a year. This instantly places the desire in the past and turns it into a completed fact. Goddard insisted that the spoken word has creative power. So let us perform a collective act of creation. If you have a desire that you are ready to accept as already fulfilled, write one word in the comments: fulfilled. Not as a hope, not as a request, but as a statement of fact. Because in the world of imagination, it has already happened. However, there is something many people miss in Goddard's teachings. He constantly emphasized the importance of naturalness. When you truly have something, you do not think about it all the time. You have hands, but you do not think about them every second. They simply exist. Your desire should feel the same after the imaginal act. It simply is. End of story. That is why Goddard placed such importance on sleep. When you fall asleep in the state of the wish fulfilled, you spend approximately 8 hours immersed in that reality without interference from the conscious mind. 8 hours of pure imprinting of a new identity is like installing a new operating system. You wake up as a different person. Now let us talk about what Goddard called the signs that follow belief. When a manifestation has truly been accepted by the subconscious, the external world begins to reflect it. You start noticing symbols. You overhear conversations related to your desire. You encounter people connected to it. This is not coincidence. This is the physical world adjusting to the new version of you. But here lies a trap. Many people begin searching for these signs, waiting for them, analyzing them. This is another attempt at control. Signs appear naturally when you are not looking for them. They are a side effect, not the goal. Focusing on signs is a sign of doubt. If you know something is already yours, why would you need confirmation? Goddard radically redefined the concept of time. He taught that the past, present, and future exist simultaneously. Consciousness is simply a point of attention moving through these moments, creating the illusion of sequence. In imagination, you can move that point anywhere. You can revise the past by rewriting a memory. You can live in the future by making it present. This explains the phenomenon of revision, one of Goddard's most powerful techniques. You take an unpleasant event from the day and replay it in imagination as you wish it had occurred. This is not self-deception. It is a literal change of the past at the level of cause, and a changed cause creates a different present. Consider the scale of this realization. You are not bound by linear time. You can revise events that have already occurred. You can create a new personal history, and reality will reorganize itself accordingly. That is why Goddard insisted, live in the end. Do not visualize the process of getting what you want. Visualize the moment when it is already a natural part of your life. If you desire marriage, do not imagine the wedding. Imagine an ordinary day, 1 year after the wedding, when marriage feels normal and established. There is one critically important detail that even advanced practitioners often miss. Goddard taught that visualization must be done from the first-person perspective. You do not watch yourself from the outside. You see through your own eyes. You feel with your own body. This is the difference between fantasy and a creative act. Fantasy makes you an observer. Creation makes you a participant. And now, the final truth that changes everything. Goddard said that God is your own wonderful human imagination, not an external force that decides whether to give or deny, but your own creative power. You are not asking the universe to manifest something for you. You are using your divine nature to create reality. There is no karma you must work off. There is no worthiness you must earn. There is only a law that turns assumptions into facts. And this law works for everyone equally, regardless of past actions, present circumstances, or moral judgments. When you truly understand this, fear disappears. Anxiety becomes meaningless. Why be afraid if you can rewrite any situation? Why worry if every desire is simply a choice of state? Manifestation is instant because in the moment of the imaginal act, you already become the person you want to be. The physical world is just the echo that follows. The delay you perceive is the time it takes for matter to reorganize itself around the new version of you. But at the level of consciousness, at the level of true reality, everything has already happened. That is why Goddard said, walk as though it were so. Do not pretend. Do not act a role. Be. Because at the deepest level, you already are what you have imagined yourself to be. The physical world has not yet reflected it, but it will. This is law. This is inevitable. It is already unfolding right now, as you listen to these words. And if even a small trace of doubt still remains within you, then my next video is made especially for you.